One way I attract money and also help other people to attract money is, firstly, we focus on the very powerful affirmation of I am receiving. So I would suggest starting with I am receiving and then continue with an amount of money. Now, when we focus on an amount of money, a specific amount of money, and this has worked for me and works for me every day, it impresses in your subconscious mind that amount of money, and it's almost like it's easier to receive more money when it's a specific amount. But again, this is all my experience, and I do a lot of trial, a lot of different ways with how to say affirmations. I use I am affirmations and you are affirmations. I find them both very successful, and ultimately I would say you are when you're talking to yourself in a recorded audio, though I am for like every day talking to yourself or affirming in your mind. And there's a lot more about recording your you are affirmations in your own voice and playing that to yourself in my book and course, Your Life Story, and also in coaching. So for this brief tutorial, when it's self-talk and we're just affirming in our mind as well, it's then more I am. So I'll just use the example of attracting money, receiving money, and how we focus on an amount. It's like a clear direction. Okay, so again, all experience. I'm just staring out the window here in this lovely Ingot hotel where I stay and thinking of all this powerful information to share without any script. Choose an amount of money after you're comfortable with I'm receiving. Again, I'm receiving, you can actually receive, well, you will, and you do receive many experiences and items and not just amounts of money. For I'm receiving more money. Okay, so if you were to say all day and all night and play your recording, I am receiving more money. Yes, that's effective. And it's very general, and general affirmations are also great. Though it's almost like we want a demonstration, we want proof, we want, okay, show me the money, as they say. Show me the money. Okay, so decide on an amount of money that's comfortable for you right now today, and you can increase this as you receive, let's use the word demonstration. As you receive more demonstrations of this certain amount of money that you want to receive. I love receiving money, receiving, allowing, all those type of words. Sometimes I say attract, but today it's receiving feels like the right word. Receiving money. I receive money. I'm always receiving money. I'm always receiving. Okay, so now for the amount of money. Think of the amount of money that feels comfortable for you today that you believe you can attract or receive and receive. Attract and receive. Receive. I am receiving. Just keep thinking that. What's it? An amount of money? It can be a little bit of a push from what you currently have, though it needs to be believable today, right now, how you feel now. Increase as you become more powerful and believe in your own power for the amounts of money and what is comfortable for you. It could be, let's say, $50. I receive amounts of $50. It can be any currency. I'm Australian currency, using Australian currency, though you can use whatever your currency. I'm saying dollars for Australian dollars, $50. We have $50 notes. We also have $100 notes. I love $100 notes. That's a good one. $100 notes. I'm a magnet for $100 notes. I'm always receiving $100 notes. Outside tangent here too. I really love cash, and I'm happy to say that I love having cash and receiving cash, and I love having cash in my purse all the time. And I found that I always have cash, and I always do have cash. And I also always attract people who like receiving cash. Right. So it can be both as well. So you can say that these amounts are received by you, either cash or in your bank, or you can say both, and I say both. So for the simplicity of the exercise, we'll stay with the $100 notes or $100 amounts, because you could love the cash amounts and also want the money in your bank account. I am receiving $100. I am receiving amounts of $100, so it's more than once. I am receiving multiple amounts of $100. I am always receiving $100. People always pay me $100. It is easy for me to receive $100. I'm always receiving multiples of $100. If you particularly like cash, you can say, I love receiving $100 notes. I am always receiving multiple $100 notes. You don't need to say how you're receiving this money. So I use an example of how I have a fee of $1,000 plus I charge GST in Australia. So it's $1,100, or you may say $1,100. So I have a fee for a service I provide, which is a coaching program, and also have a marketing service that is a public relations and marketing package, if you like, that I sell to my lovely clients for $1,000 plus GST. So let's say $1,100. So a good one for me is I always receive $1,000. I always receive $1,100 because it's actually $1,100 when they pay the GST. I'm always receiving $1,100. I always receive payments of $1,100 from my clients. So you can say from my clients if you have a service that you provide to clients. If you don't have a business or that doesn't apply to you, you don't even need to say where it's coming from. You don't need to say the source, though you can say I legitimately receive $1,100. So it's saying that you're providing some type of service. However, you can also receive what we say is free money. So you're not doing anything specifically for these amounts of $1,100 or $100 or $50. So it can be like a lotto win, a raffle win. Someone can just gift you money. There's many ways we can receive free money. Free money in general can be received in an infinite amount of ways we would never even think of. You can receive refunds. There's an infinite way you can receive money. So we always want, like my coaching and my programs, I'm saying like I teach you how to expand your mind so that you are open to receiving. So with coaching, I'm doing it now. I teach this in the private consultations, expanding your heart as well, like your heart, the power in your heart to receive. Increasing amounts of money. You can affirm that you now receive increasing amounts of money. Every day I receive more money. Every day I am more profitable, because I talk about profit a lot, because you can receive money and then spend it, and we want profit. So it's receiving it and making a profit as well. So really with accumulation, I don't know if that's the right word, profit, it's about firstly receiving the money and being open and able to feel worthy of receiving the money. And the other part for me and what I've learned and what I've experienced in how I've helped myself and the methods I've used and my current method of the 3-step change your story is the receiving of the money and then the keeping of the money or making the profit. So yes, you spend some money and you make a profit. So that's a very brief, I would say, explanation of some of the methods that I use, though I also have done step 1 and step 2 of my program. As I feel what's worked for me is first the other 2 steps that I can't go into in this. Though if you want more information, please, there'll be a description. There'll be some information in the description about the entire course and step 1 and 2. Though you can start doing this right now today. You can start doing this today without doing the course. I am receiving, and you're just programming your subconscious mind that you're receiving. You say an amount of money. Also, when you give this amount of money a lot of attention, it creates more of it. One of my major tips, give lots of attention to what you want more of and little attention to what you don't. Like basically ignore it. Ignore anything that is undesired. So if you went out in the world today, for example, and you're still programming your mind and you were not to receive, so your affirmation is $100, that's okay. You just don't give that any attention. Just keep believing. Like in my program, I also have 10 powerful tips, if you like to call them. One is just keep believing. Also keep affirming. Just keep affirming and keep believing. I am receiving $100. I am receiving multiple amounts of $100 or whatever your amount there is. Your amount can be less than that and your amount can be more than that. It could be thousands, it could be millions, it can be, but it really, I feel, in my experience, an amount that's a little bit of a stretch for you. It's exciting and it's believable. It's easy. See, and then each time you do receive the amount, we'll stay with the $100. So you go out in the world and you receive $100 from some random experience and you're like, wow, this works. This is amazing. I've received $100 from this random experience. And please write in the comments if this when this happens to you and you receive $100 or your amount of money in some random unexpected way. I like to say I receive amounts of and choose the amount in expected and unexpected ways. Sometimes I receive amounts of $1,100 from a client. Sometimes I receive amounts of $1,100 in an unexpected way, in an unexpected source. And it feels comfortable for me. So it's an amount that feels comfortable for you and then it increases as you become more wealthy. I'm being wealthy. I am wealthy. Like there's more there with the general statements. But today we'll keep focusing on the specific amount. And why it works and why it's powerful is because it's impressing on your subconscious mind. This amount of money is always coming to you. You are always receiving it. You always receive an amount of. You can have an actual specific amount of money and amazingly always receive it. I'm using $100, $1,000, $50 as like an even amount. Though you could use a random amount and always receive it. And you could say, wow, isn't that funny how I always get that amount of money? It's because you impress in your subconscious mind that's the amount of money that you receive and you become comfortable with it and it's normal and natural and then you increase it. So we'll just stay with that for now. If you'd like any more information about step 1 and step 2 or anything else about deeper coaching to help you eliminate and limiting belief about your wealth, how much money you are able to attract, how much money you deserve, how much money you are worthy of, and so on, please write to me. Donna@donnahanks.com. Still staring out the window, by the way, and just doing this all ad lib. And I just feel that it's very powerful, and it certainly works for me, attracting amounts of money, giving lots of attention to it. Just repeat that. When you do receive the amounts of money that you're affirming, or any amount of money, it's thank you. Gratitude is thank you. Gratitude can sometimes sound like, oh, everybody says that, gratitude, but it's so powerful. It's thank you. It's thank you and knowing that you are worthy of it. It's not thank you that you blessed me with this money. It's thank you and I deserve it. It's being grateful, and it's knowing that you're worthy of it. There's an infinite amount of money in our, let's say, reality. The best word I want to use there, as my book and program and coaching is all about creating your desired reality, and you live in that. So decide on the amounts of money that you want in your reality. What are the amounts that you want to ask for if you're self-employed or you have a product or service? What's the amount of money you set as the price? If you're not self-employed, it's the same as use that same idea for being employed. What's the wage or the salary you expect to be paid? What's your standard? What's your worth? What's your value? It's all about value and worth. Okay, so it's what you're comfortable with. If you want help with increasing your feelings of self-worth and your overall self-concept, I teach that as well. So I'll finish now. I am receiving more money every day, and then I am receiving amounts of fill in your amount, your desired amount. Thank you. I always seem to go over the time I expect to do the videos, and I would love your feedback in the comments, please, on your ideal duration for the videos that are often audios, as I just feel more comfortable recording in audio often. So yes, I'd love to hear your feedback on the duration, the length of the videos or audios. Let me know if you'd like them to be shorter or longer, and any feedback of your success stories, I'd love to hear. So again, for anything else, please contact me, Donna@donnahanks.com, and have an amazing day, and always be affirming your desired ideal outcome. Thank you.